Hello, I'm Brandi at Stampin Up, here to show off some gorgeous coordinating products. They are the Sitting Pretty Stamp Set, which is a 16-piece photopolymer set, and the Pretty Park Framelits. The stamps and the framelits can be purchased separately, but they go together so wonderfully, you're going to want to have both. The framelits are a 10-piece set, and this piece right here doesn't actually cut at all. It embosses and creates a cobblestone look. This one is a Thinlit and cuts out a really pretty detailed bench. All 8 of the other pieces will cut out some of your stamped images. So let's scoot over and see how those look. You'll be able to get this perfectly trimmed look without cutting anything out by hand. You can even get multiples of the heart so you can get them all stamped and cut out 3 at a time if you need to. The Sitting Pretty products are all built around park benches, and we can make 2 different styles with the set. The first one is the one that you stamp first. So I'll use my Memento Tuxedo black ink. Look at the detail here. The way this stamps, it has little white areas, making it look like this bench is almost gleaming in the sun. It creates kind of an optical illusion. And then you can line it up with your framelit to get it cut out perfectly. The second bench style is the Thinlit bench. This one is a really detailed little Thinlit, and so to cut it out, it works best to lay it face up in your big shot. Then lay the paper that you want to cut facing toward the Thinlit too. And I like to scoot it over here close to the edge where my big shot is the tightest. Anytime you have something very detailed, flipping the Thinlit upside down and placing it near the edge will help get that cut out nicely. So here's our finished bench. And you can see it does do a little bit of embossing too, so it creates a little bit of detail here along with the cutout. I have another fun tip with the Thinlit bench. Let's say I've already cut out this little brown bench, and now I'm going to grab my scissors and just trim it in half and just take some of the middle right out of here. Now I have a shorter bench, and I could even make a little chair. Or what if I had 2 benches cut? And I'll just trim the end off of each one. And now I have a really long bench. Okay, now this last one, I'm just going to take the seat and legs right off. Now I have more of a little fence, or it could even be a shutter on a window. You're going to have so much fun playing with all the different options here. Next, let's do a little bit of stamping. I've already stamped my plant and my bird, the outline images, with my black ink. And now I've got some 2-step images that'll help me fill these in and give them a bunch of color. So I'll start with my plant in the Pear Pizzazz ink. And it lines up nicely here, but it still has some little white highlights. So if you feel like it's not lined up perfectly, it is. This set is designed to give you highlights on every piece. Now the pot is pretty easy to line up because I have a little part of the plant that hangs down over it, and that's represented on the pot too. And there's some detail there with little highlights on the pot too. Now I wanted to show you how to stamp the little birdie with his filled in image. This piece is so tiny that gives you the 2-step, and it's a little bit abstract looking, but find the rounded end, and of course that's the head, and bump it all the way kind of to the left to fill him in. and you'll still have a little bit of a highlight or a white spot on the top of the bird's head. Now let's take a look at how these pieces come together on a finished project. So here's my card, and I wanted to point out my little cobblestone patch here at the bottom. That's done with the embossing piece from the Framelits set, and you can roll that through with your Big Shot embossing mat to get an even deeper impression like I have here. On this little bench card, I did the plant with Stampin' Blends here and two-step stamping here. Same with my little birds. So there are a couple of options on how to get pretty color with this set. I also wanted to show you the cool little brick layering stamp that comes in the set. I've got this all inked up in my Cajun Craze, and when you stamp it down you can see you get a couple rows of the bricks. Now I'm going to ink up again and just line it up over the top. And of course I could continue and create a whole wall. Now the edge comes to this little slant right here, so if I flip my stamp over, and ink it up again, then I can line this up and create a continuing brick line. So here's our finished project with the cute little brick layering. On this one I did Cajun Craze ink and Cajun Craze paper and created kind of a tile floor look, and then that's our copper bench that I cut out earlier. The stamp set comes with the perfect soothing types of sentiments that go with this sitting in a park kind of idea. And then I've used a couple more of the critters from the stamp set. This little guy right here is definitely my favorite, and here is why. These are my own little bulldogs at home. This right here is Felix, and there's Dinah, and they are so thrilled that they have their very own Stampin' Up stamp set now. I knew I had to put them together on a project like this. I just love how this one turned out. Did you see how the plant is stamped around the edge, creating more of a background look for that one? We've had some fun today creating different park scenes with benches, foliage, and creatures. I know you're going to have a lot of fun with these products too. To get your own Sitting Pretty stamps and Pretty Park Framelits, go to stampinup.com or call your demonstrator today. Happy stampin'!